I am back. Super annoying problem. I got it showed that I had no internet until I restarted my phone. But before that happened, it locked me off of everything in Prism, like my streaming app. So I now need to sit down, restart my phone. I hope that that would help. Then work with Prism again and like connect to all of the stuff. Annoying, annoying, annoying. But we'll just continue and look for a place. Johnny, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I hope you're still alive. So we go here and continue. Oh, okay, of course I should restart the... I didn't eat anything. I was... One moment. I was busy trying to make this work. I didn't even find a place yet. We are in the middle of a city and the internet just went out. I don't understand. Whoa. Let's stop the live tracker, start the live tracker. Question, was the meal tasty? Okay, this was right, my UI. My UI. Let's start this one. Let's start this one. And now we have everything, I guess. Okay. I hope now everything is there. Thanks for the hint. I totally forget after all the setting up. Nice. Okay. Wow. And now my knee is hurting a bit. Today is going great. The question is, when will I find food? It looks like we're out of the city. Yeah. So a few things I still have to get as food in Japan is yakitori. A good yakitori place where I just can eat as many yakitori as I want. And yakiniku. Wow. I look forward to it. What have you been up to? How is life going? Is it treating you well? Ah, okay. I understand. Yesterday I had a conversation with someone, and she talked about how it is working in Tokyo, and it's just like you work, the time flies by. And you're not really that happy. And the time just goes. So she moved to another city. Which, wow, nice. She seems to be enjoying herself. Maybe sometimes it's just some change that you need to introduce yourself. Sounds scary, like she moved alone from Tokyo to... What was the city before Fukuyama? Onomichi. But that place is also great. At least the feeling was very nice. I get you. It also annoys me. It's not a coincidence that no matter like what the productivity is in the country, it's always like you can barely scrape by as someone who makes gets like a normal job kind of. Like even as a top engineer, just buying an apartment, okay, it's Munich, it takes like 30 years of commitment, and it's not even a big apartment, it's like a 50 square meter apartment. 500,000 euro, okay. So I enslaved myself for 30 years so you can give me an apartment. After I paid it, I'm retired. Good that I enslaved myself for 30 years. Yes, it is designed to price you out. Like the promise of capitalism was always, oh yeah, different companies bargain themselves down so you get the best price and the best quality. Yeah, like they either compete with the quality or they compete with the price. And the idea was, oh yes, if somebody gives this item makes this item too expensive, then there'll just come another guy who sells it cheaper until it's as cheap as possible. No, that's not what's happening. That's happening on the other end. Like people pay more if they have money, the individual, but the companies, they try to keep like the highest prices the market has, because the entry fees are quite high. What, will I build a $100 million company just because I want like this product to be 50 cents cheaper. Really, can I even do this? Like when it scales up, it's way easier to create it at low cost. So why would they give lower prices? They will not do that. They sell it as high as a market price they can get. And as high as you're willing to pay. And with that, everything is set. Yeah, the poor shareholders, I feel so bad for them. What if they don't get the 20% every year? What if they don't get their bonuses? What if they... What if their wealth didn't get increased this year by 15%? Oh no, what do we do now? But then the shareholders will elect another CEO. Oh no! Another CEO? What will we do when our CEO leaves? They don't really, I don't know. Companies always say they also do everything for their shareholders, but let's just go here. Sorry. What? No bike, no flight? Ah, this is also not. That's why you can't go there. What's the plan here? Do we cross the street? Okay, that was a dumb thing to do. We just go here and then go left. Oh, it's a 7-Eleven. We have done it, Johnny. We found a 7-Eleven. Unfortunately, it's not a joyful. But how do we get to the 7-Eleven? Oh yeah, there's a crossing. Ah, this is so... The shareholders. I don't understand like these shareholders. If they can decide like something amazing like this, like make people's life better, wouldn't they be here? Like, why wouldn't they be happy? Because then they have less money. Oh, fuck. Aren't they rich? How rich do you need to be? That's the real question. How rich do you need to be? Talking like a true socialist. But yeah, it's like a lot of stuff. I vote for the fried chicken. Let's get some fried chicken, right? We'll get double fried chicken. Which is interesting because karaage is normally fried 2 times, but I meant double fried chicken. Okay, I'll take you with me. Okay. Oh, it's so good. The new I'm not showing the other side. Okay, let's get one of these. Cafe latte. They don't have the fried chicken ones. Let's get this one and this one. And we'll get some fried chicken. But which style? I think maybe this one. Spicy fried chicken? Anything? They all even have takoyaki. I've never tried takoyaki. Spicy fried chicken. Okay. Okay. Oh, Tani. Spicy fried chicken?
ラグチキン。
これ？
一番この
これ。一つ。
袋どうされますか？
大丈夫です。
お支払い方法をお選びください。
よし。
現金を入れ終わりましたら、確認の上、OK ボタンを押してください。
ちょっと待ってください。OK ボタン。
お釣りとレシートをお受け取りください。お取り出しにご注意ください。
ありがとう。あありがとう。I forgot 1 yen in the bag. Okay, where can I put this? Okay, the one place. Let's get this here. Yay! Spicy fried chicken. Let's start with that one, right? Super hot. I don't see what you're writing. Workers with benefits. Look at this. You might be wondering, but the spicy fried chicken, it's tiny bit spicy, but not really. €1.50. If you would have this anywhere other in the world, people would be so fat. Right, interesting. That's cool. I'll throw away. I also need to put on some sunscreen. Put on some sunscreen. Okay. All with my amazing breakfast. Very good. Whoa! No! 3-second rule. Serious? Whoa! And this was before it fell down actually. I noticed this front, but oh, I did it. I feel like there's almost no coffee in like caffeine in this. The strongest is the one that I get out of the machine. So, socialist. Right? Thank you for the $20 tip. 20 euro tip. From socialism? Yes, Johnny, it's definitely socialism that supported me. Johnny, you're my biggest supporter. You'll get one of the... I wonder what the next thing is on the list actually. You can... But you don't even want to decide the food items. At least for the big meals. I can play a ukulele song. But that would go against socialism standards, right? You don't like this would be capitalism, that you pay something and I have to do something. But I want to do something. So I bought a ukulele we can play. I'll sing a song. What do you ever... here, I'll take the... You can decide for a song. If I know it, then I probably sing it. Together with the ukulele, I play it also. Okay, let's throw away the garbage. And start our journey. Whoa. It's so cool. So cool. And yes, I forgot to put on the sunscreen. I'll do that now. Let's get some sunscreen. Where's the other bottle? This one. Maybe I do this. Does this help getting it out? Yeah, almost nothing left. No. Okay. Let's also the ears. Also the neck. And then at least this part is done. And now the next part. Let's see if that one bottle will still be enough for... I think it'll be enough. Okay, that. And only this side left. Whoa. Let's try to get it out. Okay. Okay, I think this is totally enough. More than enough. Yes. Good, now that we are happy and healthy and protected. Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, Warm in Altenheim by Lumpen. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know Warm in Altenheim. Don't know it yet. Okay, let's go here. We got our food. And hopefully no hiccups anymore. This work thing. Every day, work, work, work. Even though how it's always the way you normally have to do it is taking a lot of the joy out of it. I wonder what kind of system. Like there are maybe people who, when they are not forced, would not work at all, and people who would like to build something. And then if you build something and everybody uses it, you feel like, but I work for it. Which kind of makes sense. How do you feel entitled to something that you had no part in? Which we all are part of Germany, where we didn't decide to be part, like not we all, everybody from Germany is from Germany. And we didn't decide that part. I was born there, like what should I do? You force these rules on me, but of course you also force the infrastructure on me, which is a nice thing. So how to create a place. Like what do people deserve? That is, I think, the question. I think if we would turn right, okay, turn right here. The German Grundgesetz. What's it called in English? I don't even know. It says people deserve a life and dignity. Yeah, right. I mean, we don't have a bad system, but like the final evolution of it, or like, I don't know, the current evolution of it, it's just, it works for a lot of stuff, but the farther you go into it, the dumber it gets. Everybody works for the rich, kind of. And everybody knows that. It's not like people don't know that they are working for the rich. Maybe the idea should be, hey, yes, even if you got rich by yourself, whatever that means. This is what people always say. Yeah, like does it matter what it is as long as it's treated like that? Will somebody come at some point and say, but this is not... but this is not a constitution. Like, this is what they're saying, but if everybody treats it as a constitution, of that being different is like just annoying. I don't know why you would, as a conspiracy theorist, even. But it's not a constitution. What is it then? It's just a piece of paper. Every document is just a piece of paper. But if people give it the worth, then it's a real... Nobody needs more than 10 million. Yeah, but what will you do when you own a company and people would just buy the shares for 500,000? And you have 20 million shares. Then you're absurdly rich, and what would you do with this money? You're worth more than the world. Yeah, but how would you divide it? Let's find a way. Don't find exceptions everywhere. Like, let's try to work on these exceptions so they make sense. So they are fair as we can get them. Oh. Yeah, I think capitalism could be maybe also just way better if the people who had the power have more character. If we have people who really care and then people work together to make stuff better. But the politicians are bored, the lobby is huge, there's a lot of money in it, and everything revolves around creating money, like creating value, and value is always money. But like, there's so many different values. Hamdani. It's just, I think he's just such a inspiration. And people, everybody wants to work with him. Like everybody who wants to make the city better. So he has good people helping him. Alone he couldn't do it. You know Zoran Mamdani? Does that name ring a bell? If not, I'll tell you something else about Zoran Mamdani. Unfortunately it does. You don't like Mamdani? I mean, it's weird that we might know a mayor from America that is like, why would that be in any way important for us? No, Mamdani is a great guy. At least that's my interpretation. So, who were you talking about? Or thinking of? So Mamdani ran as someone who kind of had, everybody thought he had zero chance of winning against the people that were actually in New York. But he ran on a platform where he just said, hey, the only thing I'm doing is trying to make New Yorkers' lives better. This is everything I want to do. And I have a list of stuff that I want to do. And this will be everything you will be hearing about. This is everything we work on. We want to make New Yorkers' lives better, and I'm a politician who loves New York and wants to make their lives better. He said like stuff, oh yeah, I'm a socialist democrat, and I want free buses. I want he wants to get rid of the trash on the streets. He wants to what were all the points? He had some very nice points. Just stuff everybody can agree with. He wants to get rent down for people, and like he also said what the plan is. Just increase the tax of the wealthy by a tiny bit and really directly bring this into into the housing market, kind of, or into the plans that he's planning also with the free buses. And yeah, that's all he's been doing. Nothing else. Just working on making people's lives better. And everybody, a lot of people love him. Most people, I think, love him. Yesterday I talked to a guy from New York who said, it's not like everybody loves him. Okay. but they really see him change stuff in the city and make their lives better. Which they have never seen from a politician before. And isn't that what everybody should want? Like politicians who really care and want to make stuff better and work together? Maybe I'm too idealistic with the politicians. And if there's a process that stops you from doing it, even though it's what everybody wants, then maybe the process should change. I have the feeling the process is sometimes taken for granted. It's also something man-made. Why shouldn't everything work for the people that created it, kind of? Instead of, because sometimes I have the feeling, oh, you don't live, the city is not there for you, you are there for the city, for example. The rules are not there for you, you are there for the rules. And when I see it like that, a lot of the stuff that I'm dealing with makes sense. And I don't think there would be a difference for those things in socialism, or in more social structures, or in capitalism. Yeah, I feel like most of the processes I've encountered are by the people, for the rich, against small businesses. Or something like that. If they make it that hard for you in such a digitalized world to do the most basic things, then at some point you might just think maybe it's on purpose. And that's what's bothering me the most. But I think people in bureaucracy are also disillusioned. Like, They are being taught by the system they run. They are being taught that nothing can change. And nothing will change. So they are normally also not the people who embrace change. Otherwise, you couldn't live in that world. Like, yeah, I feel like nothing is keeping up. If you look at the city administrations in Germany, they are like 50 years behind. Really 50 years behind. Yes, 50 years behind. And I notice it as someone from the outside, even with small processes, where I feel like, are you completely crazy? To design a system like this? Which tells you about like the efficiency and what. Oh, maybe let's change the sides. I always bring this example of me sending with my account a question to the tax office, and like it's a verified account from me in Elster. I sent them the question in Elster, expect an answer in Elster, but instead they sent me a letter where 2 times I need to fill out all of my data, and which is of course annoying to me. Oh, I have to fill out this letter and then send it back. But what annoyed me way more than that was, wait, I do this like as one person, but you are the process owners. You're getting 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 of these requests. You're sending out millions of letters, and then when they come back, you read them individually. How many people work on this dumb process that could be handled by 2 people? By 2 or 3 people, this could be easily handled. But instead, you might have 10 people just opening letters, reading them, and then giving it to the next person. Yeah, startup with anything planning is like they have no idea how a startup works. Like they even 50 years ago, this is not how a business worked. Like the first year you open your business, you know how many people you will have next year. You will be happy if you survive, and if the next but this is how someone in the tax office might see like, oh yeah, they have the perfect planning ideally. They know exactly how much they will create. They will exactly know all of these things, and then they will write us the answer. Really? Do I have to go on top? Does that work? Okay. How long is this tunnel? But that you cannot just change these documents, these processes, that it's always like, yeah, but then you need to analyze everything you've ever done and like adjust stuff, and like how will we deal with legal applications of previous stuff and current stuff. It's so much easier to just create these processes and let them be. But like there should always be a, yes, we'll come back to this after 5 years. Why isn't there a committee that comes back to these processes and every 10 years and thinks about, okay, what do we need to change to keep up with the future, just to make something easy? Let's get experts from the industry to maybe tell us how stuff works nicely and efficiently. I would tell them a lot, like they could get so much easy information from me. How they could make everything scalable, how they could make amazing, easy processes. But no one ever asks me. They say, should I just wait? Yeah, exactly. How nice it feels. Like I worked in automating processes, and you then create a process where people were doing it before by hand, and then it's automated. Ideally, you don't even have to do anything anymore. Amazing. Yeah, but this is a dumb thing. Like these 4 years as a politician, like people don't understand this, but some of the projects that were done back in the day that gave people a lot of meaning in their life, were built like 1,000 years. There are some churches in France. Their completion took 1,000 years. Imagine a process, like a project that is supposed to be successful going for 1,000 years. Everybody will say, why would we even start this dumb project? 1,000 years? Who knows what? I don't know what will happen in 10 years. But these people built projects for 1,000 years. And these churches are standing. They're beautiful. They're still lasting. What amazing craftsmanship. 1,000 years and nothing is breaking. Amazing. Now everything after the 5th year, you notice, no, we need to destroy it because the other party did it. Wow. This is a nice bridge. Let me show you. I always wonder how it is to then live in a place like this. There could be a few processes that you should just force, I think, worldwide. Everybody is using payment methods. And I don't think you should get rid of cash, but if you pay by card, then the devices should digitally transfer also the let's say you pay by your phone, digitally transfer the invoice and everything related to it. Because then, if a company only pays by card, you have the complete accounting done. You just need to say kind of why you bought it. You have a list of stuff that you bought, but all the payments are connected to the bank statements. And that's a huge part of the accounting. And if you could have that worldwide, like people don't need to use it, but you have the process. A few simple stuff that everybody could agree would be good. Can't you have these expensive devices? They are transmitting data, wireless, checking stuff. Yes, I think so too. Just the min-maxing is crazy. It feels like you're watching a speedrunner. Every time, like, I don't think it was intended like this. No, totally. This is the process and this is how it should be done. Okay, a nice place with a nice rock. Let's get our hydration. Oh, come on. Wow. I don't know. I could rant all. And like, oh, the light is on. I should turn this off and turn this off. Wow, my knee is hurt. I hope that doesn't create more problems later. Yeah. So, think. Why is the stream dead? Overheating? No? Better? Is it better now? Hello, hello. Nice. I don't understand how you can have a chancellor who hates his people. Like, you elect him. Why would anybody elect this guy? And we as people who just see him, just see like, okay, he did something here, he did something there. But the people working with him must know what kind of guy this is. I don't know. They are all weird. We just need one. I don't know. I'm always being disappointed by these people. Year in, year out. What have we done to these people? Ask me anything. Ach, Söder. I don't know. How can we have so many weird people? I know so many qualified people, but they are normally working in like the industry and doing goods. I don't know. They could probably do better work in government if they were in the right positions. But never happening probably. So I don't know. Do you think there's also a liquid solder and a solid solder? Söder? Söder is like a kind of a Metal Gear character, right? Is that a weird angle to take? He's kind of a cartoon character. Yeah, I don't know. What to do with these people? I don't know. They all think they're so great. And maybe they play the game right because they're speedrunners. But it's maximally bad for us. I don't think they know how to be. I think so too. Garcia Söder. they would call him the big boss Söder. Söder. I don't know. I think if people could do it like Mamdani, which I don't know how he did it, because kind of everything was on point. The marketing was on point. The all the key values were on point. All the issues he wanted to tackle were on point. And just because he wanted to work on the stuff that annoyed people, so he directly, and he is doing it in the end. That's the thing. Normally we are used to people promising everything and not doing anything. And then the other party will always complain. But a real politician should, maybe we just have too much corruption all around, that people cannot just agree on the right things. I don't know. There might be just some things where everybody can agree. Maybe even the AfD can agree on, but they don't agree on the higher taxes for the rich, because they actually do politics for the rich and say we're trying to improving the life of the simple man. That's so crazy. And people vote for it. I don't understand. Because the people don't really look at the politics themselves, they look at what the feelings say. It's always, everyone votes with the feelings. I also vote with my feelings. I want a better world and think like this is the best. Do I do a thorough analysis on what is really right, what is... Where's the time? So people vote for stories, I think. Stories are the story of the underdog, the story of the one who wants to change, the story of people are influenced by stories. But okay, I'll continue the cycling. How much further? We only have 46 kilometers left, so 1/4 of the way we have. If we have 60 more kilometers, there we'll have lunch probably. Not that hungry actually, but let's just do it. 60 more kilometers. Then we have half of it. Why can't we just make things better? The most important question. Why can we not just work together? Why is it always a fight? I don't think the capital can think so clear signs for the whole society that stuff gets better? And aren't there clear signs that if the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, that everything for everybody gets worse actually? You could of course say like the rich, they don't care, like even if the family struggles. But you would notice in society, societies change. If you're really cynical, you could say, yeah, they can use then after that change to say, see, they shouldn't be trusted with money, these poor peasants. But what makes them to be trusted? What I don't understand. What I don't understand, why these rich people don't have a savior complex and don't just say like 10 million is enough for me. With the rest of it I can make like great, cool, funny, interesting, amazing products. Or bring it back into the society in a way where people are happy and happy. Like, yeah, there are some rich people that do that, but if money has no worth for you anymore, why don't you just do something good with it? Because clearly you could eat steak every day and live in 5 different villas, but still can't kind of get rid of your money. So why not just, like, this is something I would do. If I would have, let's say I have 10 million. I put 2 million, buy apartment, and then like some money that will definitely last my full life. And with the rest, yeah, I might be able to build even more money by creating these companies. But then in the end, those would be companies creating value. Why not just having fun? Why not get the most intelligent people and ask them, what do you want to go? Do you think you could solve some energy problems? Let's just play around with different methods of creating energy in different contexts. I had some ideas for prototyping some new ways to get energy. Like some old ways, but maybe new interpretations. Why not? Maybe they just don't trust the people to do the right thing. But also, in the end, You could hire someone for a month and just try to see. Like, even if you just give them the opportunity for them to build what they want, they might even work for you for free because they can do whatever they want with money that's not theirs, but like, of course, they need to show results, kind of what's feasible and what's not. Imagine what you could do with 100 million. $100 million could do so many things. Yes. That's fucked up. That's totally fucked up. And it's just so random, like, should Elon Musk be the wealthiest person in the world? He can kind of do whatever he wants. And at least Elon Musk is maybe, to some extent, a person you could say at least he creates some products. But most of the others, I don't know, what do they do with their money? Buy the 50th villa that no one will live in because, yeah. Oh, maybe that was not the right time. Like, there's so much money in the system that you could do so many great things. Everyone being selfish. Yeah, for most people it's like a game. Actually. I've talked to someone who was in those circles of the rich, and even like their parents are rich, but they are considered poor because in the circle of rich guys, he's just a small fry, small fly. And that makes you feel a certain way. Yeah, maybe if I had 100. Yeah, I thought so. Of course, your statement could be like half your money, but it could also mean that it's 0.1%, but Elon Musk gives like 0.001%. Probably 0, something. I don't know. I unfair world. Like everybody, I'm also like a big fan of percentage-wise fines. I don't know if we've talked about that. If you do parking either percentage-wise on your income, which is of course complex to figure out. But if not, then percentage-wise on your wealth maybe. And then it's a way lower percentage. But if you need to pay like 0.5% of your wealth or 1% of your wealth because you parked wrong, then you might think again about parking wrong. But if it's like you need to pay 30 euro and for one person this is like a big blow of the money that he has left to live, and for the other guy it's like, yeah, of course it's allowed to park wrong. The only thing is that you need to pay the money. It's expensive, it's just more expensive to pay park wrong. Then yeah, the Swiss do have that. And I think it's super intelligent and nice. Everybody will respect the laws more. Because you pay. What? I paid 500,000 euro for this parking ticket. Your 0.5% is 500,000. Crimea River, Crimea River, Crimea River. This dumb two-class society. I hope that I'll get rich. I'll do amazing things with my life. I'm not doing it to get rich, but I also believe in my business case that it can just work great and can get big. You can have it everywhere. Cheap, affordable food for everyone. without these greedy restaurant owners. Yeah, most of them are actually struggling, but I think it's more of an efficiency problem than a real problem. People expect too much. You need to give them less and more of the stuff that would actually fulfill a specific context. I need my food here and right now, and I need to do this like this and that like that. Left and right. Like if you believe in your skills and in your ability to build a lot of stuff even from scratch, then you also don't need to fear like the future so much by hoarding money. I don't know if they fear the future like that. But it's also a fun thing to build something together with people that is really helpful. Having kind of a non-profit in a world full of profit-free businesses. I think there could be a lot of different company structures like that actually. Why isn't there more like this? Or maybe there is, there are so many different structures in Germany that I don't know. Wow. My eye. This is a really cute place, but supposed to be a pond zone. We just need a world with more people willing to risk the stuff that's not important. And I think money is not important for you anymore if you have everything. Normal people pay like 50% of their money to the government. Might just be that people don't understand it. Goes up and doesn't come back. We'll have to buy some water at the next place. Johnny, it's like 10 days left until I'm in Tokyo. That means I'll have finished my whole cycle. Everything will be finished. The whole length of Japan. It's like 970 kilometers. Or like 780, something. So yeah, 10 days. Or 11 days. I think one day we will be having a pause in Osaka. Maybe I just go up to Hakone and spend a day there and come back down. Right, it's Hakone after. And then Hakone directly to Shinjuku. What am I most looking forward to? In Germany? It's a good question. Oh no, it was down there. Maybe just trying all these different curiosities out that I will be doing, like a lot of testing. Like working on the company idea that I'm trying to build. Finding investors, hopefully, that are behind me and want to build something with me. Maybe like some really capitalistic ones that just think, hey, this is a good business case, let's just do it, and I have all the knowledge you need and the people with knowledge that you need to build this into something that's amazing. And we'll price out everybody who thinks like, yeah, we need some really expensive, like we need to put the price as high as possible. No. Our price that prices out everybody, but still having a huge a Japanese curry for €8. You could get to that. We just need the throughput, and we should be working on the throughput. Finding the right people to do this together, working with them and creating something amazing. That would be what I look forward to. But first of all, doing the planning and the next steps. Maybe I'll go away from this homestyle curry. I'll keep it as something that I will do in events, because it's just so efficient. If everything is ready, you just pour it, like you have it in the box. It's delicious, it's nice, everybody loves it, it's filling, It gives you the energy you need for the day. But yeah, packaging is so difficult. I need a good packaging plan. So many things that need to be solved. But I feel like after Japan I need a vacation. People think this is a vacation. Yes, I have good food, but like with the 10 hours of cycling a lot of the days, it's brutal. Maybe I start with building a meetup community in Munich actually. And try just for a time try out the different Japanese curries and see what people like and do A/B testings for one country. I need a good place to put my food truck and just leave it there. That would make things so much easier. People write me, nice Tarek, I see your videos, have fun on your vacation. Oh no, you don't understand. I hope the tax office doesn't think like, oh, this was your vacation, you did everything just for your own fun. Go fuck yourselves. You cycle 100 kilometers and tell me, yeah, just for fun. Or so many kids cycling. Yeah, I think that will be the first thing. Maybe I really just need to go and find a good place for my food truck. Put it somewhere and get that over with. Get that working. Have that as my fundamentals. I'll also change the food truck around a bit. With just curry bicycle. I want to go to Neue Ballern. Like I'm writing so much to them and they say, yeah, we have a spot. Like, is there a Tuesday spot open? If there's a Tuesday spot open on Neue Ballern, I'll be going there. But yeah, I need a good spot where I can stay. And even at Neuballen, it wouldn't cost them like anything to have me as someone who's always here, other than maybe costing the other food trucks some customers. But I would pay the rent. I would just be a great improvement. The Japanese curry spot. Like they offered me a spot on Friday. I said because there are not a lot of people on Friday, so Friday they normally don't have anything. I said, hey, I already have a spot for Friday and I like to keep that. So they didn't say anything anymore. But if more tenants would just say, hey, like if it would come from you guys, we would like to have Japanese curry here. Yes, that's it, but I have a spot for Friday. So if it's a mobile spot, ideally it's on another day. And also like the spot on Friday, I'm at what's it called? Stemmerhof. Super nice. I love the Stemmerhof. So yeah, I can recommend the Stemmerhof. And they're awesome. Maybe at the Stemmerhof I can get a place I can stay at. I actually want to work together with Yuko to go to create a really nice place that is a bit like Matsuri feeling, like Japanese festival. And maybe we can have an amazing spot at Stemmerhof and just stay there. Have some seats, have some very beautiful atmosphere and create something nice together. let's check. 38 kilometers left. Yeah, all those places will kind of be the same. Just some main roads like this. They're good roads. I'm happy with that. Maybe I go to Yuko. I also need to call her because in a few days, am I tomorrow in Osaka already? Right. There's a joyful. Maybe we get something small from the joyful. I would be happy about that. I love joyful, and we would get our coffee. Let's do it. Oh, the cats are so cute. Normally it's never so full. Or at least nobody goes there for breakfast. Crazy how, like I was already wondering with all the bikes that I see here. But yeah, this is packed. Let's just do the next 8 kilometers and then we'll find something. Maybe buy some water. that. I think for now we're good to go. Just wanted some nice coffee actually, but that would have also not been that enjoyable here. Wow, I like it. I'm happy for Joyful. I like this restaurant. More kilometers. It's probably also the peak time when people have lunch now. 12:14. Wait, was today? No, not anymore. Wow. Going so far. It's interesting that I already have like 2,000 kilometers behind me. But the last 1,000 are still like a lot of work, of course. Because it's always the same. It doesn't get easier. It's just continue. Just continue for the full run, and at some point you will be there. And maybe there's something to be gathered from that. Some sort of wisdom for the. If you have a good project, just keep going, do it. As long as it's in the right direction, you will arrive at some point. That might be true for a lot, where people don't see immediately the result they want to. But maybe you should just move forward. Identify where forward is and move forward. Like a tiger, flying the road of stability. I'm always in touch. And baby, you die back. Go, there's nothing new. I'm going to the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna have a supersonic. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. You're number 2. Good night, thanks for watching, it was fun as always. It makes my day so much better. So enjoy your night. Have a good rest. ETC only. ETC is the system for automatically seeing that you enter the highway. There's a box that you can install in your car, and then it automatically hits the highway, and then when you go out, the money will just be deducted from your credit card. You can book that extra to have that system. Because I think they need to activate it for those days for your name. I guess that's why it's extra charge. Maybe we need new methods of increasing like tax for the rich. Maybe we need a heating the water system. If everybody is afraid to increase taxes for rich because they will leave, then you say, yeah, we don't increase it from 1% to 2%, but like each year we increase it by 0.01% or something, 0.1%. Something that's small enough that every year you wouldn't even notice and it wouldn't even make sense for you. Which is interesting because the increase of the smoking tax in Germany was, yeah, we want less people to smoke, so we want to make it more expensive. But then they didn't do it all at once.